Namaste, Perivasharanam. Today is a very auspicious and a special day. On this special day of Karadayan Nombu, can we hear one story? In Sanatana Dharmam, for every festival, for every occasion, there is a story. Why do we celebrate Gokulashtami? Because of birth of Krishna and Ramanavami. So like that, for every single festival or occasion, there is a reason or a story tied to it. Today, being Karadayan Nombu, in many houses, the mother, the sister, or the grandmother, or the sisters, all of them will keep Vradam and they will celebrate. Why should we do this? What is the story behind this? In the Puranas, there is a story in Mahabharatam. The Pandavas went to the forest, and that time when they were in forest, the bhakti that the wives had on the husband, and this was told to Draupadi by Markandeya Munivar. Now we are going to see Satyavan Savitri Puranakadai. Madra town, there was a town by name Madra. The town king was Ashwapati Raja. He had a beautiful girl child with the blessings from Surya Bhagavan. Because the sun god blessed him and he got a beautiful girl child, that girl was named as Savitri. Savitri was not only beautiful, but she had so much of courage, talent, love, and intelligence, and many other beautiful good qualities. But along with that, she had one more trait. She was stubborn, அதாவது பிடிவாதம். Whatever she wants, she should get. She was very clear about this. The Ashtapati king, whose daughter was Savitri, he had so much of affection and love for her daughter. All fathers are like that only, right? Whatever she asks, he will buy and give. Then, after so many years, Savitri reaches an age where she is ready to get married. Savitri was very clear on this. She went and told her father, Appa, I will only select my husband and I will marry. Ashwapati Raja, yes, he knew how stubborn she was. So he says, okay, you tell me whom you would like to get married. We will see. So she sets out on a pilgrimage for this purpose and she finds Satyavan, the son of a blind king named Dyumatsena of Shalva kingdom. Dyumatsena, he lost all of his belongings to his relatives, including his eyesight, and he was living in exile in the forest along with his son and wife. His son's name was Satyavan. Satyavan was such an affectionate child. He poured lots of love and affection and he took care of his parents so well. Savitri, after seeing Satyavan, she starts liking him. And she got more love and affection after looking at the way he was taking care of his parents. If I marry, then only he I will marry. So she goes to her father and tells, Appa, I have found the boy whom I will marry. So she goes and tells him. And his name is Satyavan. His father, he wonders what suddenly she's coming and telling me. Savitri continues to say, I saw this boy Satyavan. He is so good and he takes care of his parents so well. If I marry, I will marry only him. So again, the father says, you wait patiently, don't be in a hurry. Let us find out more about him and then decide. So Savitri says, okay, I will wait. At that point in time, who came there? Narayana. Narada Rishi came. Then Ashwapati king asks Narada Muni about Satyavan. Narada Muni says, of course, he's an excellent boy. He's a very good boy. He has lot of love and respect to his parents. But there is one small issue. What is that? The king asks. Then Ashwapati king says, before you start saying, let me call Savitri also. And then he says to Narada, now you tell me. So when Satyavan was born, everybody told that he will not have a long life. He will be alive only till this day and till this time he will be alive. And this is the issue Narada Muni told the king and Savitri. Then he said he will live only for 12 more months. So now, how do you think you will get your daughter Savitri married to him? Narada asked. Now the king became very sad and worried and upset. And then he said, but still let me ask Savitri. Savitri was very clear. She said, if I marry, I will marry only him. Even if he is going to live for a day or a month or even a year, he is only going to be my husband. And please get me married. Savitri was so adamant, right? So the king accepts the marriage. Then they both get married. Savitri leaves the palace and goes and lives with his husband in the forest. As days move on, Savitri also gets worried and the parents also get worried. How many more days will he be alive? They all start thinking. But the point here is Satyavan did not know that he is going to live only for few more days. Months and weeks move along. Then there is only last 3 more days that he will be alive. That day, Savitri gets reminded about a vrat which Narada told. So she starts her vradam and she takes it along for 3 days. She does not eat food nor does she sleep. She takes the vradam. Day and night she is only worried and she's sad. What is going to happen to my husband? Next day, when Satyavan went to the woods to cut the wood, Savitri said, today I want to come with you. Then Satyavan starts wondering, why is it that she is saying today she will come? Savitri gives some reply and then she says, today I will come. So he says, okay, come, come. So they both go together to the forest. Savitri is in full worry and thoughts. Will any snake bite him or some tree fall on him or some tiger or lion will come and eat him away? She's thinking and looking around. After some time, Satyavan says, my head is kind of paining and it's feeling heavy. So he lies down on Savitri's lap and he passes away. He takes his last breath. His life comes to a still. To take his life away, there is one person who comes. And who is that? Yamadharmaraja. Savitri asks, who are you and why have you come here? He says, I am Yamadharmaraja. Your husband, age is over. His life is over. So I have come to take him. For that Savitri says, oh, you are the only Yamadharmaraja. You only come to take all lives, is it? She asks. Then Yamadharmaraja says, no, no. I do not go for all lives. Usually my helpers, my savargal go. But only when there are very important people, people who uphold high values of dharma, I go and to take their life. Telling this, he takes Satyavan's life and starts leaving. Savitri does not allow it. She follows Yamadharmaraja behind. Then Yama asks, why are you coming behind now? You know that your husband's life is over. Why are you following me? Like this you do not come. You go back, he says angrily. For this, Savitri replies, where my husband is, only that is my place. I am not coming behind you, but I am coming behind his life. So much love and affection Savitri had on her husband. So Yama became pitiful and tells her, I will give you a boon. You tell me what you want, but do not ask for Satyavan's life. My father-in-law lost everything, Savitri says. He is suffering in the forest. You have to give his country back to him. Oh, this only? I will give you. Yama says, take it, take it. So after this, Yama thought that she will go away, but she continues to come behind him. Now what do you want? He asks. I gave you a boon. What do you want now? Then Savitri says, my father-in-law cannot see. He does not have eyes. If he has to take care of the kingdom and the country, you have to give eyes. Yama says, that's all? Okay, granted. Take it, take it. After that, Savitri went? No, she continued to follow. So now what do you want? Yama asks. I will give you one more boon. You tell me what you want. Here, Savitri uses her intelligence and her wisdom and asks, I am the only daughter for my father. My father in law also has only one son. So, if the kingdom has to be ruled, if the kingdom has to be taken care, I need one son. Oh, that is all? Yes, yes, Savitri says. Okay, this also I grant. Take it, Yama says. Then, after immediately giving this boon, he says, do not follow me anymore. Stop following and go away. Savitri replied, you blessed me with a boy. I am so happy and thank you so much for that. Now give me Satyavan's life back. For that, Yama says, I told you before itself, no, you cannot ask for his life. But Savitri said, without my husband, how can I get a child? She asks. The boon that you granted me, if that has to come true, you have to give my husband back. He has to live with me so that I can have a child and he can take care of the kingdom. Oh no, now Yama got caught nicely. So he has to protect the boon, he cannot take it back. Whatever he has granted, he has to give to Savitri. So he gives back Satyavan's life. Satyavan came back, the country comes back, they get a cute little baby boy, and his father in law also gets his eyes. And they lived so many years together happily. So, what is the moral of the story? If there is true love, true affection, then even death can be won. In this story, one important Vratham Savitri had taken, right? That Vratham is only called as Karadayan Nombu. All ladies keep this Vratham and tell a beautiful shloka Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvada Shadike Sharanye Triampake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Parivasharanam.